is so confusing?
Because.
What?
Okay. You want to know the real reason? It's a combination of many languages.
Oh.
It comes from England, and back in the early days before the Romans invaded in 200 BC, there were Celts there. So they had a Celtic language. And then the Romans came and ruled for about 400 years, from about 200 BC until about 300 AD, maybe 500 years. So you had the ruling elite using Latin, which is the root language for Spanish, Portuguese, Romanian, and Italian and French. So you had those two languages kind of combining. And it was a real mess. And then you had to wait until the next 700-800 years, from 300 until 900 AD, the Germans came, the Jutes and the Angles and the Saxons. They all came from modern-day Germany and Denmark and the Netherlands. So you had German on top of the Latin, on top of the Celtic. Confusing? 100 AD, the Vikings came. So they made it even more confusing. So you had Scandinavian language on top of the German language, on top of the Latin language, on top of the Celtic language. But wait, something else happened. In 1066, the Normans invaded all of England. The Normans were third-generation Vikings living in France. So they had this combined Scandinavian and French language. And they took over in 1066, so they became the official language. This French on top of the German, on top of the Latin, on top of the Celtic. And that was Old English in 1066. Between 1066 and about 1580, it progressed to the point where they made the King James Bible in 1570, and when Shakespeare started writing. And that's the birth of modern English. So that's why English is so confusing. It's all those languages all combined together, and rulers saying, no, taught this way, no, taught this way, no, taught this way. Many times the kings of England spoke a different language than all their subjects. Can you imagine? It's crazy. That's why English is so confusing.
He got bored.